The following is an excerpt from Culture Dads, podcast number 78. In this episode, we reviewed dozens of the best bass lines of all time, and this is our homage to internet sensation Donny Benet. All right, let's move on then. Okay, so the next one after that, hard pivot. All right, the next track is actually a track that I sent to Dave, just like check this guy out, a couple of weeks ago or something. Yeah. And Dave got back to me and he said, is this a Saturday Night Live skit? I forget exactly what you said. He's like, is this guy for real? Yeah, is this guy a joke or whatever? It's a guy by the name of Donny Benet, who is a internet phenomenon now. He's been at it for a while. I sort of like delved a little bit into his back catalog. He's been at it for about 10 years or something like that, but he's really exploded in the last 5 years. What this guy is he is just straight out of the fucking 1980s. He is this like, I mean, he's like a youngish guy now. I don't know how old he is. He's going to be in his 20s or 30s or something like that. But he's got like he's like this bald Australian dude. Not bald. He's like this like he's lost most of his hair. He's got the big flowing mullet, you know, from the 1980s. Yeah,
he's got the skull.
He's got kind of a Ron Jeremy look to him. He looks a little bit sleazy, but he's also very well dressed and very well presented. And his music fucking rules. It is this like funky ass, like, you know, 1980s, straight out of the 80s with these like funky grooves and like 80s synth arrangements. It's like the synth pop, like straight out of 1986 or something like that. And he just does it so well. He's clearly this is a love letter to a particular time, what this guy does. And he is the bass player as well as the singer. Now, his vocals are nothing spectacular, but it really, really fits like the song. You know what I mean? And he's actually got some pretty catchy tracks. The one I sent it to Dave because it was like more of a bass track. Like the bass performance on this thing is fucking sick. He's got better songs, but this is the fattest bass line. It's really in the pocket. He's doing a lot of sort of syncopated stuff going on. And by that, for guys who are not musician heads, syncopation is where you emphasize the upbeat or the offbeat, right? Not so much the down or like the on-beat kind of thing. So he's doing a lot of like cool stuff, whereas a lot of like the drums are like 4 on the floor, like dunk, kak, dunk, kak. But you know, the bass is sort of like on a boom, 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 like it's just all over the map kind of thing. And it's just like it has a really cool effect, the way that it kind of locks together with the drums. He's a great example of that. And you know, another thing, all right, I'm going to go off in another direction with this, but Dave, what do you think of Donny Benet?
So I remember you said, I was like, I'm not sure whether or not this is a joke, but this sounds dope. Yeah. So cause it's funny. It's like you said, he's got like a sleazy Ron Jeremy kind of look. He's bald on top. He got the like curly, like wet hair and like the sleazy porno stash. And he's kind of fat and hairy and he's wearing robes. He's like in hot tubs and shit. Like it's
the song is called Love Online.
Yeah. Love Online. And like, yeah, I listened to it and I'm like humming it and like fucking it gets caught in my head. I listened to it like 5 more times that day. I was like, all right, I gotta fucking. I checked out. This guy's got songs.
Like, he's got some good songs,
dude. I know he's weird and he's like kind of retro and pastiche and
Konnichiwa, my love.
That's a good song, dude. I was like, dude,
that song's so sick, and his videos are always cool too. Did you notice that?
Yeah, dude, they're fucking, dude. I thought at first, I was like, what is he? I thought this was just like something silly. And yeah, it was right. It is something silly, but it's also fucking dope. Dude, I fuck with Donny Benet, dude. I like him a lot, dude.
I knew you were going to like him. That's why I sent him. I was like, Dave will get this. Some people kind of don't. Some people will just be like, it's just silly. Or it's like, that's funny. And then they forget about it. I knew Big Dave was going to get it. I knew that he was going to dive deep into the Donny Benet discography.
I'm subbed. I fuck with it, dude.
Even I'm not subbed.
I'm subbed, dude. I was watching his videos of him in studio, him making the music.
He's fucking funny, isn't he?
Yeah, he's great. He's a what do you say? He's a Italian Australian.
Yeah. Born entertainer. Yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic. Fantastic.
Some of his shit is just so. Look, he's a great example of postmodernism. That's where I was going to go with this. You're kind of like, is he serious? Is he not? He's kind of not serious. Like it kind of is a joke, but it kind of isn't a joke. You know, he's definitely self-aware. He kind of like, this is like, because of the way the guy looks.
He's not a handsome man.
No, but he's got such fucking charisma though. You know what I mean? It's just like so cool. And he leans into it. Like he's like, yo, this is what I look like. This is what I am. And I'm just going to be the best. I'm just going to be the dopest version of that guy. The fucking like 80s, like sleazy kind of like, kind of looks like he could have been on like Miami Vice as like one of the like drug dealers or something. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to lean into that shit, yo. That's what this guy is doing. I think Donny Benet is awesome. And somehow, I don't know why, I can really fucking smash out a workout when I'm listening to Donny Benet.
Dude, my favorite Donny Benet song, I thought, like, if I would pick the Donny Benet bass song, I would go with Girl of My Dreams, but I love Girl of My Dreams. This is a good song.
His fucking bass lines, he is a talented bass player.
Fantastic.
Like he's not that flashy, but he kind of is. He's on the edge of being like a really technically gifted bass player, but he's just like more tasteful. He's a tasteful bass player that can let it rip sometimes. You know what I mean? All of his bass lines are in the pocket. All of them are funky. All of them are fucking cool. Yeah. Check out Donny Benet. You guys, listen to this episode. You probably don't know this guy. You're going to love it. I know that at least some of the dads are going to discover one of their favorite, current musicians.
He plays an Ernie Ball too.
Yeah. No, it's fucking. He's actually got some cool like vintage, weird, like one-off rare basses too. Like he's a funny dude. Like you check out, you could really get down with his like in the studio stuff where he's not like cracking jokes really, but he's just self-aware that he is a character and he kind of like makes fun of himself a little bit, but it's just funny. Yeah. Donny Benet fucking rules. All right. We don't want this to be a 4-hour podcast, so let's move along to the next one.
You're listening to an episode of the latest Culture Dads, Age of Sword and Cassette, where two fathers and community leaders discuss modern culture from a timeless perspective. Head on over to culturedads.com for podcasts every week.